inside the famed 2300 Arena in the heart of South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Team Combat Week 3 already in Team Combat League. Rich Quinones alongside my broadcast partner, the famed one, I guess you can say a boxing encyclopedia, Stephen Breadman Edwards. All right, so we've got 2 weeks already in the books. We get set for Week 3 between Philadelphia, L.A., and Breadman. Philadelphia comes in 1-0, the smoke. They had the upset win over New York. Listen, we know L.A., it's a long trek, West Coast to East Coast, but give me your thoughts on this Philadelphia Smoke squad, and are there a couple fighters that stand out?
Yes, actually they are. Rasheem Brown, I've seen him come up in the gym. He's an excellent fighter. Southpaw, really fast, big for the weight. Nair Albright, I'm very familiar with him. Isaiah Johnson has future world champion written all over him. I've seen him fight about 3 or 4 times. And Avery Sparrow is actually very good, better than his record indicates. And coincidentally, Elijah Vines, I just hired him for camp because Karan Davis was getting ready to fight a southpaw and Elijah Garcia on a March 30th Tim Tszyu card, and we hired Elijah for camp. So I'm familiar with a lot of these kids.
And it's a unique concept, and I think for L.A., you know that Philadelphia is very stacked and deep with their roster, but L.A. also has a bunch of seasoned vets when it comes to Team Combat League experience. I think tonight, if you kind of handicap it, I think tonight LA knows that they're going to have to really kind of overtake and win the middle rounds and the money rounds, and you might have to score some 10-7 rounds ultimately at the end of the day to prevail in this one. So we're getting the scene set. We had Week 1 here inside the 2300 Arena. The place was electric. It was rocking. It was unbelievable atmosphere and fights. But before we get set for our first fight, and again, it's 24 rounds. Round 1, we'll get into that in a moment. We want to walk you through the rules and regulations and the scoring. And with that, we go to our own Team Combat League, Dewey Cooper.
Team Combat League is a new, exciting professional boxing team sport. The fight format for Team Combat League guarantees explosiveness, adrenaline, and excitement. There's a 24-round competition between 2 teams from different cities, and each individual round is a new individual matchup. The first 8 rounds are called the lunch rounds. We're lunching the competition off. The middle 8 rounds are called the middle rounds, and the last 8 rounds from round 17 through 24 are called the money rounds. Each round is scored individually, new matchups every round, and the team with the most points at the end of 24 rounds wins the fight. There's nothing more exciting than Team Combat League.
All right, thank you very much, Dewey Cooper, the man that wears many hats here with Team Combat League. And you heard him mention about the middle and then, of course, the money rounds, and that's kind of where we like to say you start to cash the checks. All right, we're almost set to go. But before we get into the action this evening, our Mark Abrams had a chance to speak respectively with L.A. head coach Manny Robles and also Philadelphia fighter Avery Sparrow. And we'll give a listen to hear what both those two had to say.
Here with world-renowned and championship trainer Manny Robles, coach of the L.A. Elites. You take on the Philly Smoke here. TCL, talk about this concept in terms of, you're used to coaching 12-round championship fights, the fierceness of 3 rounds. How do you instill a game plan into your team?
Well, I'm familiar with the team concept, definitely. I've done it before in the past with, AIBA and the World Boxing Association, the Amateur World Boxing Association. Anyway, I'm very familiar, obviously, training the Team USA and so forth and so on. This is definitely something new. I'm definitely excited about it. I think it's going to bring a lot of excitement to boxing.
Usually you're in the corner, you're trying to steer one guy, one personality in there. Dealing with now 16 personalities, is that a little bit of a challenge?
Yeah, just like now, right? Wrapping hands. Everybody likes to have their hands wrapped differently, so I have to cope. But it comes with the territory. I've been doing this for a very long time, so I'm very familiar with what I'm doing. This isn't the first time I, find myself wrapping multiple hands or working multiple corners in this case. So, I'm excited. I think it's something new, definitely for boxing, but it's going to kick in, and when it does, people are going to buy into it, and I can see it. I bought into it myself. I've been watching the last couple of contests between Philadelphia and New York here in the same place. That was very exciting, and now the LA team is super excited to be here as well.
We wish you best of luck.
Thank you so much.
We're here with Avery Sparrow, Team Combat League. Your teammates 1-0. You're inserted into the fray tonight. Tell us what you're thinking before you go out there.
It's a wonderful experience, first and foremost. Hopefully everybody gets out of the ring okay. You know, in the past week we had some unfortunate events with the TLC League, TCL League, and we just want to send our condolences from Philly Smoke to Las Vegas team, and we'll keep the family's privacy and everything like that, but we do have his family in our prayers first and foremost. But as far as the question that you asked, we're ready to come deliver tonight. You know, we're undefeated already. We beat the reigning champs last week, and we're going to continue to do the same thing this week. Keep the winning streak alive.
You the first week you were here a couple weeks ago, you kind of sat on the sidelines, cheered your team on.
Absolutely.
Did you learn anything about maybe how to go about these 3 minutes watching it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a good experience, so I get to see from the outside of how to approach the fight. I believe the teams that have the most success are going out there, not looking for the knockout, being more relaxed, more strategic, and just winning the round.
You saw how much your team celebrated after the last win. Pretty cool to be a part of something like that. You know, when you're boxing, it's usually you and your trainer and a couple other guys. Now you got 15 other people that you're.
So it's a whole team thing, and I believe that it was so extraordinary because we were down by 1 point with Joey coming in just to hit the final 3 at the buzzer beater. You know what I mean? And it was so exciting. I think that was, and we beat New York, which was the reigning champion, so it made the victory that much more greater.
What do you want to say in closing?
Tune in, TCL, Philly Smoke, and we on the way, baby.
We'll see you in the ring, Avery.
Thank you.
All right, Mark Abrams, thank you very much. And Mark will join us throughout the telecast with some post-fight interviews as well. So we are ready to go inside the famed 2300 Arena, the heart of South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Team Combat League commences. Lace them up. Philadelphia, LA, up top for the first time for the official start of tonight's festivities. Our ring announcer, James Bartley.
Welcome, fight fans, to the historic 2300 Arena right here in South Philadelphia. We'd like to welcome, making their Team Combat League debut, it is the Los Angeles Elite. The Los Angeles Elite are coached by Manny Robles and assistant Manny Robles Jr. And introducing next, coming to the Team Combat League Arena, it is the Philadelphia Smoke. Philadelphia Smoke are coached by Bob Kane, assistant coach Omar Aiden, and general manager Marshall Kaufman. All right, fight fans. We will now have a moment of silence for our brother in combat, Artie Ndembo, who was injured in the ring during a recent event. All right, at this time, we will now have our national anthem. Can I have everyone rise to their feet and place a flag? The national anthem will be sung by Philadelphia Smoke's own Nahir Albright.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fight fans, are you ready for Team Combat League 2? We can do better than that. Fight fans, are you ready for Team Combat League 2? All right, introducing first our heavyweights. Introducing first from Team LA Elite, it is Luciano Sanchez. And introducing next from Philadelphia Smoke, it is Joey the Tank DeWaco. Please tap it up. Introducing next our light heavyweights from Team Elite, it is Brian Leon. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Ray Robinson. Let's touch it up. Introducing next, it is the middleweight division. From Team Elite, it is Alex Exponda. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Quadir 74 Albright. Introducing next, it is our welterweights. From Team Elite, it is Erica Farias. And from Team Philadelphia Smoke, it is Shariah Tiana Maru. Up next, it is the lightweights. From Team Elite, it is Daniel Morales. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Francisco Rodriguez. Introducing next at 135 pounds, it is Daniel Morales. Who? Our welterweights, introducing first, it is Ryan Martin. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Henry Cedeno. Introducing next, at 126 pounds from Team Elite, it is Osvel Calabreo. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Rasheen Brown. Next, it is our ladies at 126 pounds from the Los Angeles Elite, it is Lizette Lopez. And from the Philadelphia Smoke, it is Brittany Eagleflex Sims.
All right, so we are ready to go with our first bout of the evening, contested at $126. Sims and Lopez, and of course Lizette Lopez. Very good track record in TCL. She'll be representing Los Angeles Elite, and then Sims donning the home purple unis of the Philadelphia Smoke. Got her feet wet a week or so ago against the New York City Attitude and looked good doing it. 3-minute rounds, 1 of 24. Redman, here we go. Team Combat League underway inside 2300 Arena, South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I mentioned that experience with Lopez, and it's all about getting on that stick, setting the tone early with only 3 minutes to spare.
Sims seems pretty strong.
Good right hand, just missed with that left. Another right by Brittany Sims. What would you tell a fighter? You got 3 minutes. You got to give it 110%.
Right
you got to
hand.
take shots and chances, correct?
The number one thing you tell a fighter that's fighting a one-round fight is they have to be really, really warmed up. They got to be, they should be sweating before they even get in the ring because they literally have no time to warm up. They got to warm up. The warm-up is the most important thing at this level.
Can't go in there cold.
Yep, no doubt about it.
I mentioned Lizette, 9-5 record TCL, so 14 fights. She understands the mentality and the tone and the pace of just one round, having to let it all out there. But Sims getting on the stick, used that jab brilliantly in her TCL debut against New York. But a good fighter, keeps coming forward. Little ring generalship right now, midway through. first fight of the evening.
Sims is looking to land the right hand, but this the girl Lopez, she's boxing pretty good. She's not letting her line her up for that right hand.
Lopez just missed with that right uppercut inside, 132 to go.
Good lead left hand by Lopez.
Yeah, that was sneaky. Touched her right in the midsection.
She's not as strong as Sims, but she's slick. She knows her way around the ring.
Ooh, good left hand.
Yep, another good one.
And these are all good scoring shots, and we'll talk a little more about how they're scoring it. Braswell watching the action closely. Sims now exchanged some bombs.
Right. She finally got that right hand through that she was looking for.
Oh, good left hand again from Brittany Sims. Waking up. So to clarify, 2 minutes. We had it up there as 3. 2 minutes for the females. I know some other states have had 3 minutes. We saw that last weekend in Florida. 2 minutes for the females going forward. So that puts 1 in the books as we get set for our next fight, round 2. Rasheen Brown taking on Osvel Caballero. What'd you see here with a little replay and some action from that first fight?
Next up,
good. It was hard
in the 126-pound division.
Got the better of the round. If I flip a coin, I would say Sims, but it was tough to call.
So this contested at $126.
I'm very familiar with Rasheen Brown. He comes up in the James Schuler Memorial Gym where we've trained. So I've known him since he was about 11, 12 years old.
Excellent looking pro, 12-1. Not a bad southpaw, right? Comes in 5'6", 25 years of age, 1-0 in Philly. And again, remember, he'll have an opportunity to fight again. Philly took that first round, so we will do our best to keep the scoring accurate. I know our crew's doing a phenomenal job as always, so we'll keep you up to date on what's transpiring inside the 2300. But for now, Caballero and Brown.
Look for Brown to have a really, really good southpaw jab. I don't know if he's converted right-handed, but he has a real good jab and a real good right hook, a lot better than most southpaws. It's going to be really hard to cut the distance with him because he has a really commanding type of jab.
Yeah, very diligent with it, tight, high guard.
Yeah.
Osvel, the 4-0 pro Cuban, 28 years of age. Manny Robles believes he's going to be one of the fighters to watch. They're going to need him tonight, but how about Brown? Stung him a little bit, caught him off guard.
Yep, counter left hand was a sharp shot. Caballero can box, though. I can tell he has some skills. He can fight. Hard to show everything in your bag in one round.
That's
though,
right. You got to hide some of the tools just in case. 2 minutes to go.
Good shot by Rasheen.
Another body shot by Caballero trying to push back and score against Brown. Brown's very poised.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He may not be able to show everything he has in a one-round fight, but he is really poised. Caballero's good, though. He knows what he's doing. He's countered Rasheen 2 or 3 times with a right hand, though, so he has to be on that shot.
So Philly took round 1. See if the Elite can come back and knot it up early on in this one. $122 to go. Caballero and Brown. And it's interesting, too, because it's only 3 minutes, right? So now all of a sudden in the ring generalship, if I keep going, press and try to catch a little bit, in the judge's eyes, now all of a sudden we can look and say, all right, Oswell's kind of maybe taking this fight back a little bit with under a minute to go.
Yep. You're right. This is a really hard round to score, but I think Caballero probably has a slight edge going into the last third of the round. Rasheen Brown has to start using his jab a little bit more.
Remember, these two are slated, barring 2 knockdowns and or a knockout, to fight again in the money rounds. And now all of a sudden Osvel trying to tee off, just missed with that left hand, 30 seconds to go. See if Brown settles in the final 25, lets his hands go. You got to make that last impression, right? The judges, that last 15, 20 seconds, what do we see?
You know what, Rich? They remember the last thing they see. So it's really important to close rounds out strong. People call it stealing rounds, but it's not. It's just human nature to remember the last thing you see before you write it on a pen and pad.
Yep. 100%. Excellent insight. And what we're looking for tonight, too, a lot of clean fights where the referees don't have to get too involved. Next bout, 135, Rodriguez and Morales. Rodriguez repping Philly, and again alongside the bread man Stephen Edwards. I'm Rich Quinones. Mark Abrams handling fighter interviews throughout the evening. So Rodriguez, good with the Philly.
Winner of the second round, LA 10, Philadelphia 9.
So we're trying to get the score. As we get set for...
The score now is 19-19.
All right, there you have it. So obviously LA was able to take that one, knot it up at 19 apiece after 2. Rodriguez and Morales right now, $135. Dave Braswell in charge of the action inside the ring. It's an understatement to say this is fast and furious. And you called it kind of a tough round to score. Maybe that last 25, 30-second flurry, it sways the judges.
They're human beings. They're going to remember the last thing they see. You have to close rounds out strong.
Rodriguez, good-looking fighter out of Philly. Morales up in LA, right off the bat, just like that. I think this might be a fight where we're going to see a little phone booth. We're going to see some action, maybe a little chippiness. Braswell breaks him apart 12 seconds in. Ooh, good combination. Oh, my goodness! And off the bat, Morales letting his hands go. Catches Rodriguez.
Rodriguez is going to have to get that back. That's a big shot in a one-round fight.
Oh, already chippy. We thought got two very skilled fighters in there. A lot of trash talking between the teams during the weigh-ins as well, as to be expected. But a good minute start for Daniel Morales. See Rodriguez trying to walk through the bad neighborhood right there and might get caught.
I noticed something about Rodriguez. When he's initiating the attack, he's dropping his head down. Where Morales, his eyes are on Rodriguez. So in the exchanges, Morales is probably going to get the better of it because his eyes is on the target where Rodriguez is dropping his head down. So he has to, moving forward, that's something he's going to have to adjust in his career. Seems like a strong, aggressive fighter, but he has to keep his eyes on the target. He's like putting his head down, and Morales is like sharpshooting him a little bit.
It's almost tailor-made, right? Stationary target, boom, right there.
Morales is trying to line him up again with another big left hand. That's going to be really, really eye-catching if he can get it through.
Just pulling a little bit with that right hand is Daniel Morales.
Yep, he's trying to line him up for a straight left hand.
Rodriguez shot out of a cannon to start, but got caught, and I'm wondering if that just kind of woke him up a little bit, made him a little more tentative.
When Rodriguez gets close, he has to work. He can't smother his work. He got to work in there because he's allowing himself to get tied up. You can tell he's a good inside fighter and he's aggressive, but he can't let himself get tied up because it's only a one-round fight. It's not like the guy's going to get tired and he can wear him out down the stretch like a lot of pressure fighters do.
That's a good combination with the left hand and clean him up with the right.
Yep, he has to work in the clinch. This is where he needs to work at if he's going to win this round.
Good right uppercut.
Yep, he's working his way back into this round. And now he needs to close really, really strong because the other guy landed the big shot in the first 30 seconds of the round. I like Rodriguez's determination. He's really hustling his way back into this.
Yeah, made up for probably a slow start, 45 seconds, a minute into this fight. See how the judges saw it. And again, everything's subjective, right? Yep. First 20, 30 seconds, the barrage of punches by Morales. Maybe Rodriguez trying to take back the latter part of the fight.
That's a tough round to score. Rodriguez probably landed more punches, but Morales had the bigger moment, so it's going to be tough to score. This is going to be a good fight right here. Ryan Martin is a guy that was in the World Series of Boxing years ago. He was a highly touted prospect out of Ohio, and Cedeno is a really good fighter coming out of Dominican Republic. This is going to be a really good fight. These are the kind of guys that can meet in a 10 or 12 round fight in pros.
Yeah, right. Buck 47, Braswell, again in charge of the action inside the ring.
Winner of the last round is Los Angeles.
I thought LA won that round as well. So if it sits right now, 29-28, LA up by 1.
The team score by 29 to 28.
Yep, 29-28. Yeah, Martin has a lot of pro rounds under his belt, as you alluded to.
Some good fighters, too.
Oh, absolutely. A who's who. 26-2 as a pro. Got some knockout power. 6 KOs. You mentioned Cedeno. They're counting on him in this one as well.
Is a sharp fighter.
Look at him come out firing,
yes,
too, Brett.
He is. Yes, he is. He's a sharp, powerful guy. His brother's a really good prospect, too, Yuri Cedeno.
And Philly head coach Bob Kane is counting on this young man going forward. Good right hand by Cedeno. Just missed with that right uppercut.
He looks really strong.
Good punch placement by Cedeno. This is the beauty of Team Combat League, right? Because you get these flurries, they can easily win the round. Even if you're touching them up a little bit and your opponent's not giving any type of resistance or throwing back, you're going to win the round. Body shot just for good measure. Ooh, just missed with that right uppercut.
Both of these guys
inside.
are trading left hooks. They're throwing big hooks up the top. But Cedeno's getting the better of the work so far.
I feel like Cedeno is trying to open up Martin with that right uppercut.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them got knocked down. They're throwing some big punches. Cedeno's throwing a real good stab to the body, and what he's looking for is something big over the top to get Ryan Martin's awareness down, where he's looking for the body shot, then he can loop something over the top. But in a one-round fight, you got to hurry up and make it work.
Midway through, good counter, good exchange, touch the body, the head's going to fall.
I think Cedeno just buzzed him there with a right hand over the top.
And then he came back with a left to the body, too.
Martin just landed a good counter hook. This is a good round.
Very good fight. Buck 15 to go. Cedeno, Martin throwing exchanges.
If Martin wants to win this round, though, he's going to have to start putting some combinations together. Good right hand by Martin. Really good counter right hand. That just stops Cedeno in his tracks.
And he touched up. Good counter,
good
though,
body
right?
shot. Good body shot by Cedeno.
Love the punch placement. 45 seconds ago, Martin and Cedeno. Good start to this one.
I'm really impressed with both guys going to the body, even though it's a one-round fight.
Yep. Round 4 of 24. We got a dandy going right now. Los Angeles up by 1, 29-28 over Philadelphia. But see, right here, boom, that's where that light bulb's got to go on, and you got to start letting your hands go.
How about just using the simple jab?
Sure, absolutely. Getting back on the stick.
It's still a scoring punch.
Yep.
Cedeno's outworking him, though. He's like the meaner fighter. That's all. He's just a little bit more determined, and he's just outworking him. Martin's a 10 and a 12-round fighter, though, and guys like him, it probably takes him a little time to get
warm up, acclimated.
Yep.
That's an excellent point. Yep. And again, it goes to, not to belabor the point, it kind of goes to the beauty of this concept.
Yep.
You got 3 minutes. We're not going 10 or 12 rounds. There's no feeling out process.
Yep.
Even a 4-round fight, you at least have that first round to get your feet wet, so to speak. What'd you see here?
I think it was an excellent round, but my eyes told me Cedeno got the better of it. Martin fought guys like Josh Taylor and Robert Easter, so he's used to going rounds and filling guys out. So this is a different concept for him.
All right, a buck 47 coming up. Shaira Tonino Moreau against Farias. Farias representing L.A. and Moreau representing Philly. And look at them, both of them look like they want to get shot out of a cannon. Ricky Gonzalez in charge of the action. We are already 4 rounds in, round number 5. This one should be an entertaining scrap as well. Moreau 2-0 as a pro, making her Team Combat League debut.
That's about right.
Let's make some noise.
All right, here we go. Well, we mentioned it was going to be a scrap, and right away. Oh, good right hand.
Real good right hand. I think it knocked her mouthpiece
Yes,
out.
it did. Already caught the attention.
Yeah.
So an excellent way to start things off for Farias from LA.
Another good right hand.
Yeah, Moreau keeps walking into them. Just missed
Yep.
her right.
Yep.
And Erica, just that wild unorthodox. See how she's just looping right hands.
Erica Farias has a radar on that right hand. When she drops her head down, and I think Moreo is looking at where her head is at instead of worried about where her hands is at. So she's paying attention to her head, and she's looping the right hand over the top. Danny Garcia, the great Philadelphia junior welterweight and welterweight, he would do that, where he would bring his head down, and you would look where his head, and he would hit you with a looping shot over the top and knock you out.
Kind of conversely, a couple fights ago, you were saying, watch the eyes as opposed to the hands, right?
Yep.
Gonzalez breaks him apart under 50 seconds to go.
She's going to loop another right hand. Watch.
Yep, bam. You called
right
it.
over the top.
Nailed it. Right
you
on
can see
cue.
it. Whenever she squats, she's going to loop the right hand. She's going to walk her around the ring and then loop it again. Again, she can't miss her with that shot.
Starting to predict some action and some plays like Romo does for CBS. Ooh, good left hand.
Now she just changed it up with the left. Oh, man. She has a lot of experience. I could just tell Perez, she's been around a little bit. You could tell. You see how she's walking her around the ring and walking her in the shots? So everybody thinks the person that's coming forward is getting the better of it all the time, but that's not always true.
Yeah, that's clear. This, as far as dominant performances thus far, to me, I think this one's relatively easy to score.
Yeah, that's an easy round to score. LA won that round.
Yeah, you mentioned before we get to the next fight where you talk about, hey, that guy's cutting off the ring or she's cutting off the ring generalship. But you conversely kind of go the antithesis of that. Just because you're doing it, it doesn't necessarily mean you're winning the round. Your opponent can be leading you into a trap.
Yes, because Erica Farias, she was just walking her around the ring and when she would get close to her, she would squat and just loop right hands over the top. She must have rinsed and repeated that about 8 to 10 times throughout the round?
No doubt.
In a 2-minute round, that's a lot.
All right, Alex Esponda and Kadir Albright. Kadir, a very entertaining. Known very well, caught a ton of his fights in our backyard. Very talented young man, and thus far he's had a very nice start to his Team Combat League career.
He's a very explosive puncher.
So we'll get to scoring in a moment.
Oh, wow.
I want to get clarity. I always say, it's almost as though wow. I was about to say I always try to get full transparency and accuracy, but there's no way Philadelphia won that round.
Oh, man.
I don't think so.
My God.
But then again, that's why I'm sitting down here with you, my friend.
Man.
So be that as it may, here we go.
I'm from Philadelphia. There's no way she won that round, man.
You're funny. There's a caveat.
Yeah, right. I'm from Philly. You know what? As fighters, coaches, fighters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. Nobody wants anything that they didn't earn, because they got to explain that.
That's a fair point.
Albright's an explosive puncher. I've seen him in the gym many times.
Yeah, I define him a fighter that's, he'll sit on his punches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't throw them carelessly. He's judicious with his approach. I mean, he's looking to connect.
This guy he's fighting is sharp, though.
My goodness.
This guy he's fighting is sharp, and he's really, he's timing Albright right now.
Little knockout power as a pro for the southpaw.
Yeah, Esponda has some really good reflexes.
He's got that Cuban pedigree. You see him, his style early on, 2:11 to go. Esponda and Albright.
Albright has to stop raising up after he engages. If he engages, he has to step around. He's raising up, and this guy's following him right out with a left hand counter.
I talked a little bit about that, raising up, pulling his head, lifting his head and pulling out.
Yep. Oh, good shot, both of them. Good.
Midway through, good exchange.
Wow.
Left and right, my goodness. Esponda throwing heavy hands. Albright taking and throwing back as well. $137 to go in this one. Round 6 of 24. Elite up by 1 over Philadelphia, 48-47.
Albright might want to take this guy on the inside because he's eating that left hand when he's giving this guy too much room from the outside.
And he walked into a left hand.
I'm going to tell you something else. It might sound weird, but Albright's hair, when he gets hit, his hair is like jumping up in the air with all of the sweat. And the judges, that's going to catch the judges. Oh, he's doing good on the inside. He needs to stay on the inside so this guy doesn't have any leverage on that left hand.
Great exchange right now. Minute to go. Round 6 of 24 tonight. Team Combat League. Philadelphia, Los Angeles. Just teeing off right there. Good body shot.
Albright found something on the inside. He has to stay close because if this guy is a Cuban, they like it on the outside on the end of that left hand. So he has to stay real close and just work.
Opens up a little bit. Gonzalez breaks him apart. I thought maybe take a step back, not smother punches, open up, that uppercut.
Even though Albright's taller, he's better suited to fight him on the inside because he does it more in the Philadelphia gyms, and he does not want to be on the end of that straight left hand. He's actually turning this round around a little bit. Got to let your hands go in the last 10 seconds, though, to win the round. Ooh, man. See, can't be on the end of that.
No, he got caught too.
It's like a laser.
To your point, right, what's the last thing?
The last thing the judges see.
Score.
And then his hair is jumping up, so it's hard to, it's hard to hide that shot.
So 6 in the books.
Ray Robinson. Ray Robinson was a 40-pounder back in the day.
Oh, yeah. I always used to joke with Ray, the new Ray Robinson, say you're tall, you're southpaw, you're lanky, nobody wants to fight you. Anything stand out?
That was a great round. I think that was the best round we've seen so far. That was high contact.
I thought L.A.
Yeah, they
won
got
that round. Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, 10-9, yeah. Don't go by don't. I'm telling you right now, if you watch my notes in my paper, you will get confused. I'm scribbling, I'm writing notes in English and Spanish. I'm all over the place. Yeah, don't even.
I was about to say.
Don't even. Let's go by the crew, 58-56. Robinson and Leon. And Robinson showed a little chippiness against New York, and they needed him late in that one, too. Had a real nice showing.
Robinson is a dog, man. I've been knowing him for many years. He's one of those guys that he's what you call a solid pro. He didn't get to be a world champion, but the level up under that, he'll give anybody a tough night.
Well, I think a lot of fighters do not want to fight him because of his style.
Mm-hmm. Very tricky, very tricky.
Oh, Leon.
Lots of experience. Only issue is that he's not a 75-pounder. So that might be an issue because I think his prime was 40 and 47. So
yes, this 47,
this is these are tough fights for him. But when you get older, you don't like cutting weight.
No, and he had a real nice career, too, and resume of who's who. If he fought 1 minute in, Gonzalez just warns Leon right there. Leon touches back up with that jab.
Robinson's not fast, but he has like an off-beat rhythm where he can hit guys, and you look at him and say, how's he landing these shots? He has a really interesting rhythm with the way he fights. But this guy he's fighting is really, really strong and aggressive. And he probably knows that Ray's not a natural 75-pounder, so he's trying to, force himself on him.
You attribute to a lot of the ring time, a lot of rounds. You're fighting 20, 25 times, 30 times in your career, kind of the tricks of the trade.
Oh, yeah. Robinson's tricky. I've been around him in the gym. He's very tricky. Very, very tricky.
Tried to slip through that right, good left hand.
He's another southpaw with a really good right hook. I wouldn't be surprised if Ray was really right-handed because most southpaws don't really have a good right hook, but he has a good right hook.
There it was right there, right on cue. Found a home. Minute left. Leon and Robinson. LA up by 2, 58-56. Robinson got stung on that one, boy.
His legs just went out from him.
Yes, he did. Leon has him up against the rope.
Yeah.
This is not where Ray Robinson needs to be. He's got to tie him up.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to overcome. This guy he's fighting is just a little bit bigger and stronger.
Stronger, faster,
And he's like in the gym or like in an 8-round fight, Ray could use his savvy and wear him out maybe. But in a 1-round fight, it's tough for him to overcome this guy's physical strength and his size.
Leon making his Team Combat League debut. Nice showcase for him.
Ray's still trying to get his legs back. He's all, that was a good counter right hand.
And in a fight like this, if this is a 4 or 6 rounder and he got caught like that in the first, you would think, okay, it's inevitable he's going to get stopped maybe in the second or third, right?
Yep.
Now I'm forewarning you, don't even glance down at my notes. Great action. Gave that one to LA as well.
I think LA got the edge because he buzzed Ray.
Yeah.
It's hard to get buzzed that bad in a 1-round fight and still get the round.
So Sanchez and Dwechko, always want to remind everyone after our launch rounds, if you want the bonus coverage, follow us on TCL BrawlPass. That is available through our website, teamcombatleague.tv. So we appreciate everyone checking us out on YouTube Live. Middle money rounds coming up on TCL.tv, teamcombatleague.tv. Sanchez and Dwechko, always entertaining, representing Philly. Never know what's going to happen with that right and that left hand that produced so many knockouts throughout the course of his career. Luciano Sanchez, see if he can weather that early storm. I mean, I think, respectively, if you're either fighter, start touching down the midsection.
Joey Dwechko is a sneaky puncher. He's like a sucker puncher.
Remember, too, fought a lot of taller guys in his career, always punched up, but still had that power. Never lost that power.
Yeah, he's very, very sneaky puncher. He's trying to loop something over the top with this kid.
Oh, good left hand by Dwechko.
Yeah.
Another left hand.
Yep, you can see it coming.
Tell you what, a 10-8 round right now kind of turns the tide of this one. Another left hand. Sanchez tries to come back with a counter right. Just missed with a left.
Joey's going to time him again coming out of that clinch.
It's that looping right, the looping left, the looping right.
Well, he's southpaw now, so it'll be a looping right hand most likely. I mean, he's orthodox right now. He switched back. Okay, now he's switching back over there.
He's making you work double right now, right?
He threw that left hand to the body just to get the guy to look down. So the next time he do it, he's going to loop it over the top.
Yep.
See it?
You call that a little bar flirtation. Let me get your attention for a second.
Yep. So your mind remembers it, and then he taps him down there, and then subconsciously he looks down there, then he'll loop it right over the top.
Ooh, good right hand, then a left to the body by Dwechko.
Yep. Joey knows what he's doing, man. He's a whole pro.
Sanchez taking some shots. 16 to go. Tries to come back with a left and a counter of his own. He's got to be careful. He'll take some. He throws, though. He's got to be careful of those counters by Dwechko. He gets caught, he's going to get laid out.
Yep, he better be careful running up on Joey. Joey will knock him out.
Minute left. Launch rounds flew by.
Good body shot by Joey.
Sometimes we've seen him throw those body shots to lead left and come right back up top with a left hook.
See, what Joey has done, he slowed this kid down because this kid don't want to engage because he's running into those big shots, and Joey already has the lead, so he's tamed him already. He's controlling him. Another good body shot. Just to bring his awareness down, he's going to loop something over the top and try to knock him out in the last 30 seconds.
Philly would love to grab this round. Little momentum going into the intermission.
Sanchez got a good beard on him, though, man. He took a couple big shots.
Final 15. Body shot.
Body shot. Nasty body shot. Good feint. You see how he feinted? Joey really knows what he's doing.
Ooh. Left hand just for good measure. That's a round Philly needed.
Yep. Yep. They should have it. We'll see, though.
And as we alluded to, if you're viewing us on our YouTube live channel, switch over to KingCombatLeague.tv. Check out TCL BrawlPass, available through the website, KingCombatLeague.tv. Got to thank our sponsors this evening, Venom, Adams Boxing, Two Trees Distillery, and inside the famed 2300 Arena, South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is Team Combat League. Philadelphia Smoke taking on Los Angeles Elite. Philly needed it. They got it alongside the Breadman, Stephen Edwards. I'm Rich Quinones. Mark Abrams handling our post-fight interviews as well. So the launch rounds are in the books. We get set for the middle rounds and then the money rounds, where, as we like to say,
that concludes the launch rounds.
Philadelphia check 77-75. LA up by 2.
Ending the launch round. LA Elite 77, Philadelphia Smoke 75.
So LA up by 2, 77-75. Launch rounds, they're fast and they're furious. They kind of set the tone for the night. So respectively, what did you see from Philly that you liked?
They perform well. I mean, it's tough to be in a one-round fight. I say now that everybody's warmed up, they got to be ready to go. I thought the Waco, let's see,
saw Brown out there early.
Rasheem Brown, he lost his round, but I think he's going to come back and do pretty well.
They're going to go with Brown in the money rounds, and DeWachko and Robinson. So we had a chance to look at them up close and personal.
Okay. I'm going to see how Robinson recovered because he got hurt a couple of times. So I'm interested to see how he recovers moving forward.
And then I thought for LA, you needed to bank some of these rounds. You needed to get into this portion of the broadcast, this portion of the fight with the lead, because Philadelphia's got a